Let's have some fun. Welcome and good afternoon. My name is Shane, and today we're going to have some fun listening to some great music. It is Friday, and for a while now on Fridays, I've been doing my favorite Fridays, as I call them, where I get to share some of my favorite stuff with you. And lately, I've been trying to share some stuff that's maybe not as mainstream, maybe not as well heard by people, and it's been going pretty well. Last week, I'll just mention this because it was totally weird, a total weird coincidence. But last week, my song was Paradise by the Dashboard Light by Meatloaf. And I record these basically by Friday. It's almost a week in advance. So I record all the songs for the coming week on the weekend. And I, again, always on Fridays, post my favorite Fridays, or I have been for the last little bit of time. And last week I had recorded Paradise by the Dashboard Light, which is a classic, and I had it scheduled to go up on Friday. And then Friday morning of the day I had that scheduled to go up, I found out that Meatloaf had passed away. So rest in peace to Meatloaf. Just a really weird coincidence, I think. And yeah, really strange. Anyway, I just thought I'd note that just because it was something really boggled my mind a little bit. Today, I have a song by the Drones called Sharkfin Blues. And it's really something to understand how I even heard this song in the first place. Um, so on Spotify, if you listen to Spotify, you know that they every week have like your weekly recommendations or whatever. So they take the songs that you've already listened to or favorited or whatever you call it, and they in that weekly recommendations give you songs, I think 30 songs each week that are similar to the songs that you have on your favorites list, but you haven't heard before. At least you haven't listened to them on Spotify before. And so, in that way, you get a chance to find new music that you wouldn't otherwise have heard. And so, this song came up, and I haven't done this for a while, but usually I'll like scan through the songs and see if there's anything good in there. And sometimes it is stuff that I've heard, but it's like cover songs or it's live versions or whatever. Um, and for the most part, the suggestions are pretty good. I'd say they have a pretty good success rate of being the types of songs that I listen to and like. Not all of them are great, and I don't add them to my playlist or anything like that in many cases, but usually there will be a couple songs of the 30 that are good enough that I'll add them to my rotation, I guess I'll say. This was one of those songs that I heard. I'd never even heard of the Drones. Um, had no clue who the Drones were, but this song came up and I listened to it, and I tell you, it soon became like in my top favorite songs of all time. That's how good this song is to me. So this is one that is definitely on my Spotify playlist ever since I heard it for the first time. It's been in heavy rotation. I don't know why I had never heard it before or why this isn't more popular, because to me this song is like, again, probably one of my all-time favorite songs. I don't it you know It'd be my top 20. Well, I don't know, it's hard to say top 20 because there's a lot of great songs on my list that I love. And it's just hard to put them in order or prioritize them because there's a broad range of songs, but there's a lot of songs that I have a hard time saying aren't in my top 20. But this is up there. This is up there. And so, for a band that I hadn't even heard of before, this song isn't really that current. It's a little bit older. Sorry, I'm looking at some information here. The Drones themselves. This song was from 2005. First of all, the Drones are an Australian rock band. I don't believe they're together anymore. I think the lead singer is doing other music with a different other different music since the pandemic. Gareth Lydiard, I believe, is his name, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. In any event, this song, as I said, is from 2005, and I love the music of it. It's Shark Fin Blues. It is a blues song. It's about depression and being, having the blues and that kind of thing. But the thing that really drew me in, one, was hearing the story of him writing this. So this was written after his mother passed away, and he basically turned that sadness that he had and wrote this song and the other thing that is just so great to me is the lyrics that are in this. It's it's so poetic. The lyrics are so poetic, and it's sometimes hard to understand a couple of them here or there, just like it is in any song. So I'll kind of go over the lyrics afterwards to kind of fill you in, but it's a lot of metaphorical imagery, I guess I'll say, about the depression he must have felt after his mother passed away. So that's where I'll leave things. Let's have a listen to. Oops, sorry. Let's have a listen to this, and then, as I said, I'll talk a little bit about the lyrics afterwards. But hopefully you enjoy this. I don't know if it'll get played. This is a live version of the song, which is another thing. I usually listen to the album version, so I don't know how. I haven't seen this live version to know how it is. So I'll say that in advance too. So it will in a way be a first viewing for me because I haven't heard this live version before. Okay. If it gets blocked for some reason, I'll leave a link to the original down in the description. Down there, you'll also find other ways to support the channel, whether it's merchandise at sjor.com, whether it's Patreon, if you want to follow me on social media, all that stuff. I have rambled long enough. Let's have a listen.
Watch my shadow stretch. The sun pours my shadow upon that deck. The water's licking round my ankles now. There ain't no sunshine way down. I see the sharks are in the water like a slick saw link. Well, there's one there bigger than a submarine. As he circles, I look in his eye. I see Jonah in his belly by the campfire light. Lord, albatross up in the wind blows. He's beating his wings while he sleeps it off. I hear the jettison cries from his dreams unkind. Captain was as able as a fake day. He's found the head up in the galley like a slide out Rick. He's lying dying of thirst and he says alright, Fake. Well, we're gonna be alone from here on in.
Love the passion. You can see it.
Yeah, you're all my brothers and you have been kind. Captain, that's turned black, and I'm floating away on a barrel of paint. It looks like nothing but the sea and sky. Lord, remain. Hey.
So there you have it. This was great. It looked like they stitched together some like video from live performances of the song. Uh, Everything lined up pretty well. Yeah, it this I don't know. There's just like this just hits in the sweet spot of the stuff that I love. It's that rock sound, um, the instrumental arrangement, the lyrics, everything is just to me like top notch. And as I said before, sorry, you're gonna see my hand there. The lyrics are just so like uh poetic, I guess. And I'll kind of go over them here. I don't usually do this, but I'll do them anyway, just so that you can understand and try to think of this from a kind of from that blues perspective. And I think you'll see the metaphors here are pretty powerful. He says, standing on the deck watching my shadow stretch, the sun pours my shadow upon the deck. The water's licking around my ankles now. There ain't no sunshine way, way down. I see the sharks out in the water like slicks of ink. Well, there's one there bigger than a submarine. As he circles, I look in his eye. I see Jonah in his belly by the campfire light. See the albatross up in the windy lofts. He gets to beating his wings while he sleeps it off. I hear the jettison cries from his dreams unkind. Gets to whip in my ears like a riding crop. The captain once as able as a fink dandy, he's now laid up in the galley like a dried out mink. He's laying dying of thirst, and he says, or I think, well, we're going to be alone from here on in. Well, you are all my brothers, and you've been kind, but what were you expecting to find? Now your eyes turn inwards, countenance turns black, and am floating away on a barrel of pain. It looks like nothing but the sea and sky remain. A harpoon's shaft is short and wide, a grappling hook is cracked and dried. I said, why don't you get down in the sea? Turn the water red like you want to be. 'Cause if I cry another tear, I'll be turned to dust. No, the sharks won't get me. They don't feel loss. Just keep one eye on the horizon, man. You best not blink. They're coming fin by fin until the whole boat sinks. It just amazes me. It amazes me about a lot of song lyrics, but just the poetry involved in this and the imagery of it. And, you can really feel in his performance the pain there. Um, yeah, I guess that's what I'll say. Let me know in the comments what you think. Had you ever even heard this song before? As I said, it came out in 2005. I had never heard it before. Um, I don't think I'd ever even heard of the Drones before, but apparently this is a one of the best Australian songs. I think they had a vote of something about music from Australia or whatever by Australian musicians, and this was near the top of um, the top songs, one of the top songs from Australia, I guess. So I don't know if I just, again, because it's international, I just didn't hear it or what, but this is just, as I said, one of my favorite songs of all time. Hopefully you enjoyed it too. Hopefully you enjoyed it too. Let me know in the comments if you liked it. If you like this kind of recap, click the like button. It helps more people see it. And let me know what some of your favorite songs are down in the comments, because that's kind of how I get stuff to listen to on the channel, for one. And I want to hear great music that I haven't heard before. And the best way of doing that is knowing what are some songs that are favorites of people out there. Yeah, so drop that in the comment. Let me know so I can add those songs to my list and see. And let me know why it's your favorite. Don't just drop a comment and say this song by this artist, but let me know what is it about that song that it makes it one of your favorites. Does it have a special place because of the time in your life that you heard it? Do the lyrics speak to you or speak to something that's happened in your life? Let me know that. I'd love to hear it. I think that's where I'll leave things for now. A little bit longer video, but I thought I'd just as I said, I thought I'd just give you get the reasoning behind me thinking this song was so amazing. And check me out next Friday where you'll hear another one of my favorites. And until then, thanks so much for watching. Have a great evening.